Here at Cognism, we know that selling software sales is tough, which is why we put together an ultimate cold calling script for software sales. It was given to us by our very own SDRs and is used daily to book meetings with B2B software companies. So there's no time like the present. Let's get into it. So what's the best way to open a cold call? So start with a friendly intro, be bright and polite, always give the prospect your name and company.
Hey Emily, Ines from Cognism here. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Great! I appreciate I've called you out of the blue. Is now about time?
So why ask the question, is now a bad time? The thing is, prospects naturally want to say no to cold callers. This question sets them up just to do that. It means that the prospect is giving you permission to carry on. So what's the best way of pitching your product? The best opening pitches give your prospects some context about what your company does without giving away the key value proposition. You don't want to reveal too much at this stage in your cold call. You want the prospect to follow up with some questions. So here's how you do it.
Fantastic! So Emily, I just wanted to give you a quick call as we're currently doing lots of work with as well as a variety of other tech companies like you guys. We help our clients by giving them a tool which they can use in-house to generate direct contact information for key decision makers in their target markets.
A really good thing to do at this point is to quote the types of industries that the prospect's company is targeting. This shows that you've done the research on the prospect's business.
I can see that you target tech startups and e-commerce. How do you go about finding leads in those sectors?
So did you notice that Ines ended up her opening pitch with a question? It's a great question to ask. It's simple and open-ended and also provides plenty of scope for the prospect to reply with some more detail. Discovery is one of the most important sections in a software sales cold calling script for two main reasons. Number one, discovery enables you to determine whether or not the prospect is a good fit. It helps you qualify them in or out. And reason number two, discovery helps you to understand the prospect's processes. It means you can better explain to them how your solution adds value. So what's the best way of doing discovery? It's all about the questions you ask. So here are some examples.
How are you generating your leads?
The prospect might reply with any of the following: LinkedIn, a competitor, networking, or referrals. However the prospect replies, you can use it to draw a direct comparison between their current processes and your solution. So think about how your product or service can solve a problem in their process or help them to speed it up.
Which channels do you use to reach out to your leads?
The prospect might answer with one or all of the following: the phone, LinkedIn, and email. Here, you need to use the information they give you to tailor your software sales cold call. For example, if they say email, then you don't want to go back with them talking about how accurate your phone numbers are. Instead, you want to say something like this.
At Cognism, our email addresses are validated and have 97% deliverability. That means a lower bounce rate.
Did you notice that Ines used a stat there? It's a very good idea to have some stats to hand when talking to a prospect. They demonstrate value quickly and they add authenticity to your cold call. And now, on to the final discovery question.
What's your target market in terms of job, title, location, or company size?
The purpose of asking this question is to get specific. Let's say the prospect replies with,
So we work with HR directors in UK tech.
You can then say something like,
That sounds like we're a good fit. We have 400 million B2B profiles, which you can segment down to find an extensive list of HR directors working in the UK tech space.
So now, once you've discovered more about the prospect and their business, it's time to pitch again, but in more detail than before. Explain to the prospect how your solution addresses their pain. A good tip is to base your second pitch on everything you learned during the discovery. The more relevant the pitch is to the prospect, the more engaged they'll be. So try something like this.
So Emily, to give you a little more context, Cognism is the world's largest GDPR compliant database, consisting of over 400 million B2B profiles. How it works is you would run highly targeted searches for HR directors in UK tech. This would generate a list of contacts. For each individual, we would provide you with email addresses that guarantee 97% deliverability.
After the second pitch, the next step is to explain why your current clients have switched from their old processes to using your product. You also need to tell the prospect the results that your clients typically see. This stage is all about demonstrating the value of your product or service, and it works like this.
The main reason why our clients have moved from their current provider to Cognism is because our data is updated in real time, meaning it's more accurate. Your reps will save 20% of their time on researching prospects. That's time that can be spent on calling real people and having better conversations.
You can then strengthen your cold call with a case study. So describe the results another company achieved using your solution. Just make sure the company is relevant to the prospect and their business. You can set it out like this.
We're actually working with right now. They generated $81,000 of opportunities in 2 weeks with our data.
Okay, some say that this is the trickiest part of a cold call, but really there's not much to it. Our advice is just to simply be assertive and clear. A good idea is just to suggest that your cold call is actually a waste of the prospect's time. So wouldn't they rather see a B2B sales demo?
Look, Emily, rather than me rambling on at you, would you be totally against seeing the platform over a 15-minute call? I could run some personalized searches for you based on your target market and show you the quality and quantity of data that we have.
Okay, so that is the end of our software sales cold calling script. I'll hand over now to Ines, who will run through some of the cold calling tips with you.
Hi guys, so I've got 5 top tips from Cognism sales team, and here they are. Number 1 is say the prospect's name a lot. This helps to build rapport. Number 2 is be an active listener. Repeat what the prospect says back to them. This shows that you're listening and engaged. Number 3 is focus on your tonality. Be aware of how you speak. Don't be robotic. You want to be having conversations that are warm and comfortable. Number 4 is refer to customers of yours that are similar to the prospect's business. You can base this on things like company size, industry, location, etc. Number 5 is try to back up your cold calls with case studies. Create some fear of missing out around your service. If the prospect's peers are using it, they'll want to check it out too. And that's it from now. We'll be back with another cold calling script soon. Don't forget to subscribe to Cognism's YouTube channel. You won't want to miss it.